Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. So if you were with me for my last video, you saw me make these winter, spring, summer, and fall palettes. I bought these little wooden palettes last year for this purpose, and I'd forgotten I bought them. Then I remembered I bought them and thought they would be perfect for painting in this calendar. I could paint the winter scenes with my winter palette, spring with my spring palette, and so on. And I bought this calendar when I saw it on Lindsay Wyrick's The Frugal Crafter channel, and she painted a Degas painting, or a painting in the style of Degas, I should say, because the first month, January, has Art is Not What You See But What You Make Others See by Edgar Degas. And she was going to paint in the style of whatever artist the quote was from and do this all year, which I think is a fantastic idea. And I think she is going ahead and doing that. But what she found was it wasn't always an artist's quote. So she has to do things a little bit differently. I am not able to stick to that much of a parameters, I guess I should say. So I wanted this to just be loosey-goosey, whatever I felt like painting. And that's what I'm going to do. By all means, I think she should do it, and I think everybody should do it with her. It's really cool. So I'm not trying to tell you not to do that. I just know that when I bought this, I thought, no, I'm just going to relax and enjoy painting every month on this calendar. So anyway, that's what I did. So I'm going to open it and see what exactly is inside, and then we're going to paint January in my winter palette. Well, I'm going to paint January in my winter palette, and you can watch. And if that sounds like fun, please stick around. And if you could give me a like, that would be wonderful. So let me open this up and see what we've got before January is over and I haven't done it yet. So it comes with this cute little bunny stand, which is fun because it's a desktop calendar and it has to sit somewhere. And let's get that out of the way here. And get that off of it. Does it say anything about the paper? It does not. Okay. Now see on the bottom corner here, it's a Leonardo da Vinci quote. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. That's about painting. I think they're all about painting. There's 2 on each page. Some of them are artists. These are both Pablo Picasso. Interesting. But I'm just going to worry about January right now. And I'm going to paint with this palette. So let me just get this palette a little damp. Spray it over to the side so I don't spray my paper. Okay. Now I just want to paint a really loose little landscapey kind of thing with some funky trees and maybe a snowy slope. I don't know. So I'm going to spritz it with this spritzer and just get some water down on the paper. Not necessarily to follow exactly, but so there is a little bit of movement. I don't want it to puddle though, necessarily. I am using my Lebanson brushes today because I really, really like the marks they make. So I'm going to start with my bigger one. And I think I'm going to start with some Moon Glow. I'm just going to do some funky tree shapes. Just love the marks this brush makes. I'm going to do another one here. When Moon Glow splits, it's a very granulating color, and it has a light blue as a secondary like background color. It's very cool. I'd like that to dry a little bit before I try and do anything more. And I'm going to get rid of the Moon Glow for now. There's not a lot of mixing space, so you can't really keep little puddles. I want some yellow. This is Naples yellow. It's a core color of Naples yellow. A little bit of indigo. And a lot of bit of indigo, apparently, I did. Wasn't really. This is not a great brush for mixing. There, I want a dark kind of green. I'm going to do another tree down the way here. Then take my itty bitty brush, which I think that's actually what it's called, is an itty bitty. And I want some bloodstone. Oh, too much water. And I just want some like weedy looking scrub with maybe some seed pods left over on it. I'm going to put another one here, I think. come back to that, but right now I'm going to load up with Lunar Blue. And just kind of swath it together. Let the colors bleed. Into it. Little moon glow. I want a hint of lavender. My winter palette I made here is Naples Yellow, Rhodonite, which is a pink color, lavender, moon glow, lunar blue, indigo, jadeite, and bloodstone. Most of them are Daniel Smith colors. Like Naples is a core color. I think the rest of them in this palette are Daniel Smith colors. And now I want just a hint of, maybe there's a pond. Or a slope down to a pond. I want a little more of the bloodstone, like a little bit of the grassy little bits. What's neat about these colors is a lot of them are granulating colors, and so they do really cool things when they kind of split. I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to get just a little yellow glow behind them. Now I want to be careful not to mix my purple and the yellow. I'm just dabbing it on there, or I will end up with more gray than a light wash of yellow, and I really want just a light wash of yellow. I don't really care if it kind of merges into this part here. That's kind of interesting. As long as I don't end up with too much of a green. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of the rhodonite pink color. So I get this really peachy kind of thing going on. And blend it out to a peachy glow. Just easier to do it upside down. Let's turn her around, see what we got. Okay. Now, whoops, I'm going to go back in here with my wee little brush and a little more moon glow. Just try and get some more interesting marks in this tree. Maybe a little indigo. I think that's indigo right there. Yes, it is. The indigo is really the darkest color I have, although it doesn't look like it on my swatch sheet. But it is the one that's the go-to for shadows in this palette. This is nice paper. I really didn't know what to expect. I'm not sure what paper it is. I don't know if Lightwish makes its own paper, if they have a paper. I'm not that familiar with the brand. Okay, I want it to dry, so I'm going to hit it with a hairdryer real quick. That's what I would really like to do, is get this bloodstone color again. And get a few little grasses further down. This brush makes such expressive little marks. Maybe I can make this read like a pond. We'll see what it looks like, and then that's what it will be. is whatever it happened to look like. I feel like I need the green somewhere else. So let's clean my palette. Get that yellow. A little bit of indigo. There. Just want a little green. In a couple spots because it's kind of lonely. Too much. Too big of a bunch. All right, a little more indigo. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done. I hope it was fun to watch. I hope it inspired you. Apparently, they are out of these calendars, but there are other versions that are similar that you can still find. So if this is the kind of thing that interests you, you might need to check out the alternatives. I will see if I can dig up what they are. Like I said, I just bought this on a lark and went, oh, this would be fun. And then I went, oh, I should do this with my palettes I want to do. So I'm having fun with it. And I don't think if you wanted to do this starting late in January or early February would not be a big deal. You could certainly catch up. And you will have this fun calendar to keep. Maybe when you're all done, you can chop off the other parts and frame the little pieces if you like them. So anyway, I hope it was fun. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop where I've printed my artwork along with cute little monsters and other fun stuff for sale.